Just realised I forgot my sunglasses. I can't do it for you. I want to chat to you a little bit about this today. Just back from the office, walking to the gym. So I have a car, I have a couple of cars. I think of 5 or 8. Don't know how many motorbikes I have at least 5. Okay. And the gym is a couple of kilometres away. But I'm walking up. If you're a rational thinking person, you'd be like, well, why are you walking if you've got all this transport? Surely the job of the technology, being transport, is to make your life easier. It's to do the work for you. And you'd be right in saying that. You'd be thinking rationally. However, unfortunately, we've laws of the universe that us humans haven't been able to biohack just yet. And one of the laws is that the human body, one of the most sophisticated machines on the planet, well, it requires movement every day. Okay? And if you don't move it, it doesn't work as well. Okay? An interesting study on this is that if you're someone who exercises, and you're a smoker, and you're a drinker, will you live longer than someone who doesn't smoke, and doesn't drink, and doesn't exercise? You know, that's just a generalist sort of studies that they've done on people. So unfortunately, although I have vehicles to save myself time and I could drive to the gym, okay, they all sit idle at home and I've got to walk. I've got to take more time out of my day because this human body, this machine, it needs movement, and I steal from my future unless I move this thing. Okay, so although the car can do the job for me, I've got to do it for myself. Same with building our portfolios. Okay, we've got to do it. We've got to choose to do it. We've got to make the choice. We've got to take the action. You can have all the procrastination in the world, and you can wait and you can wait and you can wait and you can delay, and you can learn and you can learn and you can learn, but you won't outperform someone who does, someone who takes action, someone who puts it together, someone who makes it happen. Because you got to do this, okay? And that's why sometimes you want to assemble all the stuff, you want to get all the information. But unless you're actually actioning it, how do you learn? 2 ways to learn. Okay, the best way is by experience, your experience. When it comes to investing, people are like, I'll get rich, I'll assemble a big pool of money, and then I'll invest. And this is directly from some of the work I've been doing this week. Some people, I literally kicked them out of my office. Like, get out! I don't want your money, you're not ready for this yet. Go away and do this and then come back to me, we'll sort it out. You know, I'm in a fortunate position. I don't need to just take someone's money if I don't think I can give them value, if I don't think they're ready to purchase from me, if I don't think that them spending their money is a good investment. Because there's other work, there's other more important things that they got to do first. So I'll literally just go, no, go ahead, I don't want your money. Come back to me in X, Y, and Z. Okay? So getting started and taking action is the most important thing. Because that's where all the learning comes from. And when we decide we're going to become an investor, we're going to save up all this money, and then we're going to try and financially invest, really bad idea. Terrible idea. If you want to be financially free, if you want to be wealthy, the time to start investing is now. When you're poor, when you don't have the money. Okay? Because then, as you invest, you create more wealth. As you create more wealth, you're managing more wealth. Because you've served your time and you've gained your experience, you have the competence to manage the wealth. This is the beauty of it. This is why you should start today. The same reason I'm walking up to the gym instead of driving there. It's the same reason that you got to take action. There's a reason why most people don't. Because they're looking for the quick fix. They don't do the work. It's like someone else will do the work. I don't want to study Bitcoin. A friend of mine who's rich, I assume he studied it and he said it's bad, so I won't do the work. Big mistake. How can people be so ignorant? How come all the bankers aren't all over this thing? How come some mad Egypt, fair enough, he retired before 40, that's a bit unusual actually, but he's a bit crazy. How could he possibly know? He's not smart enough to know. There's a level of ignorance in this world, okay? Social ignorance, and it's just because we don't do the work, we're lazy as humans. And I experienced that like in the health industry. I was like, if I go and ask my doctor about fasting, like 99% of doctors in Ireland, if I mention fasting, they'll say, that's unhealthy, what are you doing? They simply haven't done any research on it. Why haven't they? Well, my mother worked for a pharmaceutical company for a good portion of her life. And it was interesting when I found out how that industry worked. And all the doctors would be taken down to Mount Juliet for a great weekend, and they get to play a lovely fancy golf course and have a lovely banquet meal. And that was just with just one pharmaceutical company. Where's the incentive to learn? It's easy for the doctor to just go, oh well, pick pharmaceutical company name. I've obviously done all the research on this and it's perfect, and they look after me, so I don't lock the bow. You know, I've got bills to pay and I like playing a bit of golf in Mount Juliet. And I don't need to learn about fasting. I've got this pill. Okay? Why are we still prescribing cholesterol medication to everyone over the age of 50? Everyone! When we don't test cholesterol. We don't test the particle size. You know, it's a whole rabbit hole there if you want to fall down it. Realise there's a major scam, and realise money has influenced everything, and realise that the cholesterol medication industry is worth billions, hundreds of billions, and possibly it's doing a lot of harm from good. And it has nowhere near the effect that those drugs are meant to have, but the big money machine rolls on. Science is, you know. So, there's a level of ignorance. It's there, it happens, and it amuses me. But hey, what do I know? Just some random idiot. But guys, do the work in this thing. Don't assume someone else has. If you want to outsource your thinking, well, you're going to get what everyone else gets. 9 to 5, baby, and die with nothing. If you value your time on this planet a bit more, if you think you're worth a bit more than that and your family's worth a bit more from it, then think for yourself. Bit of critical thought. Take you a long way. Hit the like button. Dinny out.